Taiwan defense officials said Friday China sent more warplanes and ships across the sensitive media line in the Taiwan Strait as part of its response to U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to the self-ruled island earlier this week. Taiwan's defense ministry said China's People's Liberation Army sent 68 aircraft and 13 vessels into the Taiwan Strait for the military exercises. Taiwan said many of the vessels crossed the media line, jeopardizing the status quo of the strait. The defense ministry said it is the second consecutive day Chinese planes and ships have crossed the de facto sea border between China and Taiwan. There are fears China is trying to regularize its presence closer to Taiwan, a move that could increase the chance of miscalculations that could lead to an escalation. It could also mean Taiwan's military has less room to maneuver. But for now, Rand Corporation analyst Derek Grossman says Taiwan's military appears to have plenty of freedom of movement.
If there really is a problem, you're going to know about it because they're going to be blinking red, for support, right, from the United States in particular, but, again, Japan and Australia and anyone else who's willing to help.
China is furious over Pelosi's visit, which was meant to express solidarity with Taiwan, a democratic island of about 24 million people. Despite having never controlled Taiwan, China's Communist Party insists the island is a Chinese province over which it claims sovereignty. On Friday, China's foreign ministry announced unspecified sanctions against Pelosi and her immediate family, accusing a lawmaker of seriously interfering in China's internal affairs. China also announced it's canceling or suspending dialogue with the United States on a range of issues from climate change to military relations and anti-drug efforts in response to Pelosi's visit. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has called China's response an overreaction. One day after a Russian court sentenced U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison for a drugs offense, Russia Friday indicated it is ready to discuss a prisoner swap that could free Griner and at least one other U.S. citizen Washington says has been wrongfully detained. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Friday Moscow is ready to discuss the issue through previously agreed-upon diplomatic channels. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington is prepared to engage with Moscow. He said Griner's conviction highlighted her wrongful detention by Russia and further compounded the injustice that has been done to her. Blinken said the discussions will include Griner and former Marine Paul Whelan, who Washington says has been wrongfully detained after being accused of espionage. The case against Griner, the two-time Olympic gold medalist and Women's National Basketball Association star, plunged her into a geopolitical maelstrom after Russia sent troops into Ukraine on February 24th. A massive shopping center in the Midwestern U.S. is returning to normal Friday after a shooting incident there on Thursday. Associated Press correspondent Rita Follet has details.
All of America in suburban Minneapolis is reopening today after a gunman opened fire there yesterday. Police say two groups got into an altercation inside a Nike store. One group left, but somebody in that group fired 3 rounds into the store. Nobody was hit, but shoppers ran for their lives. Online video shows shoppers running, holding their children's hands and clutching their bags. Police officers could be seen moving through the mall. They're still looking for the shooter. A spokesman says the mall is adding more security. I'm Rita Foley.
Officials in Thailand say a fire broke out at a nightclub in southeastern Chonburi province early Friday, killing at least 13 people and injuring about 35 others. Investigators say the fire broke out at about 12:45 a.m. at the Mountain Bean nightclub in Chonburi's Satahip district, about 160 kilometers southeast of Bangkok. Video posted to social media showed people fleeing the pub while thick black smoke billowed from its entrance. The doorway can then be seen suddenly engulfed in flames. Several people's clothing was on fire as they emerged from the pub. A person who was in the club told the CNN, the cable news network, that after the fire erupted, the entrance to the club was jammed with people trying to flee. Provincial police told Thai television the cause of the fire has not been determined, but an investigation is underway. Repeating the hour's top news story, China sent more warplanes and ships across the sensitive media line in the Taiwan Strait Friday in response to U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan earlier this week.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.